our Jeff Nguyen, who is live at Altadena. Jeff, you've been seeing a lot of rain out there today. How are conditions now?
So the rain has been falling pretty steadily over the last hour or so, Amy. And if I may, let me just throw out a few numbers for you, because currently about 80 or so homes in this area are under an evacuation warning. The sheriff of LA County, Robert Luna, says about 9 other homes are under a mandatory evacuation order. Now, this area, we are at Loma Alta and Glen Allen. This is one of the areas of concern where they are focusing a lot of attention. Here is why. You've got a lot of debris runoff and rain runoff going down in this direction because of the hills right above. And that is why they have a series of K-rails out here to basically keep whatever runoff coming down from the hills to stay as close to the curb as possible instead of going into the streets. You know, this street, Loma Alta, kind of jogs along the foothills, and it's basically the only way to get back and forth here. The other thing that I want to draw your attention to is this property right above us. One of the supervisors at Public Works told us that the homeowner here did some of the spraying on the hills right above. That green mixture that you see there is called hydro seeding. It is a mixture of seeds as well as fertilizers and some other binding agents. The hope is that they can help to speed up the regrowth process along that hillside right there, and hopefully establish some stabilization as time goes on. However, experts say that even when you do that hydro seeding, it's going to take some time. So even if we don't see any landslide in the next few hours or the next few days, it doesn't mean that it can't happen down the road. Now, we were here about a week ago when they basically installed some of the straw wattles up along that hillside. From this vantage point, you may not be able to see it, but if you're here, you can also see some metal mesh or metal netting that they've installed up there to hopefully keep the dirt up there stabilized. As we walk in this direction, what I want to draw your attention to is this gully right here. As you see, one of the rescue teams from the Altadena Mountain Rescue from the Sheriff's Department drives by. You know, there is a number of sheriff's deputies out here as well on patrol. But this gully is important because all of this debris and runoff has been going down this gully. And even though there is 1, 2, 3 layers of K-rails, you can see all of the dirt that has basically permeated onto the pavement. There is a series of homes on the other side of this mountainside, and we spoke to some of the homeowners and some of their concerns right now. Take a listen.
Safety, because look at the hillside right in front of us. There are no homes left, so that could come down any minute.
Any concerns are pretty much the mudslide from the debris from the fire, so hoping that doesn't come down. That was pretty much our biggest concern, so I'm hoping it still doesn't come down from the rain.
So back here live, you can see there is a black and white unit from the LA County Sheriff's Department, as well as a Humvee from the National Guard. A number of the folks who live in this area say one of the concerns that they have, in addition to the possibility of the hillside giving way, is the possibility of looting. So some of the folks who have homes in this area, they periodically try to check on it, but they are very glad to see some of the security measures in place as more rain comes down. But if you drive through this area, you'll see a series of Humvees and black and white units out here as more rain pours down on us. For now, we're live in Altadena. Jeff Nguyen, KCAL News. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Jeff, thank you.